Okay guys, video time. I know it's last week that quite a few people still don't quite understand what you should be looking for on the LTs. This is just an add-on to the long-term trading or overnight trading long-term signals video that I did, which is on the front page here. You can see how to trade long-term signals here. Okay, it's an add-on for this. Okay, what will help also is this video here. In fact, anybody who wants to learn direction should be watching that video until you understand it. Again, there's another couple here, 1 and 4 hours, right? But as I say, this is an add-on to this particular video. Right, before we crack on, Pablo asked me, mentioned last week, he wasn't sure what a MIM is, or a double top or a double bottom. So Pablo, listen up, right? I'm going to show you a couple of clips from my own charts, right, because it highlights it really clearly, and then I'm going to show you a couple of from the recordings, a couple of examples from the recordings. Okay, right, where are we? Right, all right, Pablo. So effectively, this is the GBP New Zealand 4-hour chart, but it doesn't matter, mate. This happens on every time frame, right? But what are double tops and what are double bottoms? This is pretty much a triple top here, but because of the huge move here, you know, price has gone up, it's come back down, it's gone up a bit, and then it's shot down, right? Basically, you would have a MIM here. We'd have a 4-hour signal there and a 4-hour signal there. Okay, and when you get that kind of situation, right, the second part of the move is very, very powerful. Look at it here on this double bottom. It's come down, it's gone up, it's come down a bit, and then look at that second move, Pablo. Right? Okay, so that's a double bottom. This is a double top here. Look, it's come up. And what they create, if you are unsure if one's forming, then just flick your own chart onto line charts. Okay, and you will see, you know, it a bit more clearly. You can quite clearly see. Look at this here, bounced and then bang. Look at that again here, Pablo. Look, bounced and then bang. These are also much stronger, right? Much stronger when the second part of the move on the double top is lower than the first part of the move, like that one there, and the same with that one there. And the same in reverse for the double bottoms. Look, it's a little bit higher, which means it's created another higher low, and bang. Okay, they create the letter M, double tops, and the letter W, double bottoms. Okay, Pablo, so I'll just give you a quick couple of examples on the recordings. Let's have a look at number 79 first of all. Just quickly this, guys, I just want to, you know, before we crack on, I just want to show Pablo a couple of examples. Is that, yeah, right, okay, so UCAD 8-hour, can you see it there, Pablo? That is a MIM. You've got a signal, it's gone down, and then you've got a candle, the opposite colour. Usually, almost always, it goes the opposite colour, yeah, in the opposite direction, and then you've got another signal. That is what's called a MIM. Okay, and that's created a double top, and look how powerful it was. Okay, the other one, number 71. Quickly. Don't want this to be a big video, guys. It's just to, you know, give you a couple of tips on what to look for when you're doing your long-term trades and that. UCAD 4-hour. Can you see it here, Pablo? Again, a MIM. Very, very strong. Look, gone up, different colour candle in the middle, double bottom, and look at that eventually, what it did. Alright, Pablo. So I hope that clears that up for you, mate. Again, we'll just another couple of things to mention now about where people are getting confused on these long terms. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a couple of simple rules with this, guys, right? LTR, overnight trade rules, right? Basically, direction is trend or strong bias, right? A strong bias I would consider an 8-hour blue or a daily blue or both, or but I know Lambo said, oh, the daily blue didn't work this week, but it never got any help whatsoever, Lambo. It was just a daily blue on its own. There was hardly any the 1 hour, 4 hour, 8-hour signals, and they were going against a really strong trend. Okay, mate. What you're looking for, guys, a lot of you were mentioning the times last week. Now, the only reason I mentioned the time of these trades is for the Americans, because they have a perfect time. They can wait a little bit longer and set a better sell or buy stop than we Brits. I mean, I'm up at between 6 and 7 every day, right, because I know that these moves tend to move from that time. For instance, this candle here, it's a 6 a.m. candle. This one here, I think is the 10 a.m. candle. So I know that these moves, for me, I catch these in the morning if I'm up early enough. All right, but for the Americans, you see, the problem is, like with this candle here, this for the Americans, when this closed, this is a pullback candle, because you were looking to take it with a trend. Okay, this is the pullback candle, right? I'll show you why this is the pullback candle. You're going with the trend on this occasion, right? So this is the pullback candle. The Americans would set a sell stop there 10 to 15 pips below on that candle, maybe even this, depending on how far across America they actually live. Okay, but we Brits would have had a problem here, because this would have been our candle. This would have been the 10 a.m. I think, 10 p.m. I think that closed at 10 p.m. So for us waiting for this candle to close, that was like 2 a.m. in the morning. So this is why sometimes it's a bit of a ball ache for us Brits. Okay, and this is why I get up early to catch this move. For Americans, they would have set this on this candle, or even this one, depending on where they were, and they'd have caught that in the 8 hours. They were asleep. Okay, that was the session candle on this one. So that was the trend setup. Okay, now you need to understand, guys, what you're waiting for. The pullback candle, it's not a matter of time, it's the pullback candle, okay, that's important. Alright, so this move, this was the session move there. I think that was the session move. That was the session move, right? Then it went down again. So this was the pullback candle if you wanted to go against the trend. Okay, there, buy stop, you'd got a nice 70 pip move. Okay, that was the session again there. Okay, now here's I think I should show you this one afterwards, actually. Yeah, we'll leave that. Now these are the trending setups again here. Okay, so you had 2 pullback candles here. See, set your sell stop there, 10 pips below the close of that candle there. Bang, you're in it. Nice 70 pipper again. I think that one was the session move. This was the after session. Maybe this one was the session. I'm not sure. But what you were looking for, again, to take the trend trade. And the thing here, this is the one that Lambo, I think, was complaining about, that the daily blue didn't, work. And I'm not sure where he was complaining. Maybe, on one of these trades. But again, going with the trend, see, 10 to 15 pips below the close there. Bang. Okay, now this news here going against that daily blue was to do with trade talks on the verge of collapse with the European Union, because they're being intransigent. Okay, they think they can still control the UK via a trade deal, and we're just not going to accept that. Okay, we want the same deal as what they gave Canada or Japan, and they won't give us that. So I can see no deal at the end of the year unless they change their tune. Alright, but that, basically, this candle and this one was when that news came out. Okay? Excuse me. So, your trend trades are always better, but again, it all depends on, the pullback candle. Right? Can you go against the trend with this one here? Yes, because the pullback candle was down. So there was going to be that bounce. Right? Okay? So let's say you've got a similar situation here. You've gone down and you're thinking, right, well, I want to take this up, but this didn't offer you a pullback candle. Okay, right, well, let's look at it then. Set your close of this candle here. You set your sell stop because you're looking for a down. 10 to 15 pips down here. Didn't trigger the trade. If it was on this candle, 10 to 15 pips down here, didn't trigger the trade. Okay, you understand? That's why you use buy and sell stops. But again, you didn't have a proper pullback candle there, so you could have just said to yourself, well, I've not got a proper pullback candle, you know, the opposite colour. I've not, well, I have there, but my trade not triggered, if you understand what I'm saying. It's like you wanted to take this one up here. I think it was a 4-hour blue here. Me and BR were talking about this. It was a 4-hour blue and it was still there the next day. But you had the pullback here. You were wanting to take it down. Okay, you had your pullback, but the trade didn't trigger. You understand? Okay, again, the two trend trades there. But this is basically what it's all about, guys. When, depending on what way you want to take it, you need the pullback candle. Okay, so I'm just going to give you, you know, a few examples of that on MT's charts. We're going to have a look over here. Which one is this one? Oh, GCAD 4-hour. Okay, so there was your pullback candle. You wanted to go with the trend on your long term here. That was your pullback candle. Okay, sell stop 15 pips from the close of that candle. Bang. Okay. Alright, understand that you need a pullback. If you haven't got a pullback candle, don't even think about setting the trade. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Another of these. What have we got here now? GU and the EG. Again. 4-hour pullback. There was your pullback, look. See it there? Pulls back. Want to continue going up with a strong move. Pulls back there. Set your buy stop. Perfect for the Americans. 10, 15 pips there. Bang. That's what they come in the room to. Okay. EG. You want to go down because these signals here against the trend. You've still got really tasty setup there, guys. Even if it's just them two. Okay. There was your pullback. There. Look. Set your sell stop. I would say 10 pips at most on EG. Bang. Okay, so you know, just to point out one other thing as well. When I'm talking about the pullbacks, guys, you know, it's on every time frame. We use it on the 5-minute time frame, and here's the examples. Look, pullback, bang, pullback, bang, pullback, winner, pullback, bang, pullback, bang. You know, so that's basically what you're looking for, but on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, it's not a matter of time. I know some of you were discussing the time, Sergeant Pipper, and that, and it just benefits the Americans that they can leave it a bit later, you know, and they'll catch the Euro session. That's the only reason I mentioned time in these trades, guys. Right, we'll just have a look at one more. UCAD 4-hour. Whether we had this signal or not, you've come up, paste it here. You should be looking for more down. Look at the 4 pullback candle there. Set your sell stop. Bang. Okay, so let's go and have a look at a few examples on recordings. It was just easier for me to show you there, guys, because I can really, you know, focus in on it. All right, so what have we got? 66. 66. Again, look at the UCAD. You see, here's the thing, guys. Look, right, good, strong setup to the upside. Look, it's come down there. Look on the 8-hour pullback. Bang. Look at the 4-hour. It was a 2 candle system, but again, you set a buy stop here, up she goes when it triggers your trade. This is you know, something where you've got to work out your stop loss. I'll give you some example, some recommendations for stop losses, right, guys? Because you know, just doing too small a stop loss, like you've been in here and then just put a stop loss here, then it would have probably triggered your stop loss there. So you've got to give it, you know, be a bit sensible about this. And I mean, I would do maybe a 40 pip on the GU, a 40 pip on the U card, 30 at the most on the EG, and probably 50 on the G card, just until you know you get better at working these out. So you're just buying yourself a bit of time. But if you've got the pullback right and the direction right, then the chances are your trade's going to win. Okay, and you can see quite clearly there, an 8 hour, even longer with that blue there, pull back and then buy stop there, bang, nice juicy winner. Okay, a couple more to show you quickly. As I say, it's not going to be a long video. This is just to explain you know, what you should be looking for. Number 85. Let's have a look. Yeah, GU 4 hour. You've got this move up here. There's no blues here or here saying it's going to reverse, so you should be thinking I'm going with a trend. Okay, look at the pullback candle here. And you know what, guys, this, when I work this one out, 9 o'clock, so that's the 2 p.m. candle for us. This one's the 10 p.m. This is the 6 a.m. This is the 2 a.m. You see, so that would be closing that candle at 9 p.m. East Coast time. Perfect for the Americans to put on there. Have a look what you'd have woken up to. You'd have come in the room now at 9:02, and this is where you'd be. You know, but look, pull back, bang. Again, I'll just show you on the EG as well here. You had the pull back. This might have been the candle you were setting it on here. Fair enough, it went up here. This is why you need to be a bit sensible again with your stop losses. Okay, but look what happened. Came all the way down here. So imagine if you triggered your stop loss out and then you wake up, you've lost the trade, but you see this, you're going to be gutted. You know, you're going to be gutted. So just be a bit sensible with your stop losses. Okay. One more video. Number 90. And what we got on here? GU and EG again. GU and EG, right? Big downtrend on the GU. Massive strong move here. 8 hour blue there, taking that down. These were your pullback candles here again. Look. And then sell stop. 10 pips below the close of that candle. Bang again. Americans, look at the time, 9:01. Just starting. You come in to that. You're coming into the room to that, so you might as well just say, whoa. Flipped up 8 hour BB band. I'm closing that trade. Okay, 100 pipper. Okay, EG. Look at the EG, guys. You can say, well, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure about this, but this is where having a bit of an idea of what's going on the daily chart, with that video, you know, that I highlighted, the direction video at the beginning, right, is it comes in handy because it's gone up, it's come back down, and then it's going to go bump again. Okay, look, up, down, rejected, and boom. Basically, it's building up momentum to take it up again. So again, you could have said, right, well, we're also, you know, flipped up BB band here. There was a flipped up BB band here, but there's your 2 pullback candles. Buy stop, and look at that move, bang. You know, so this is what you're looking for, guys, is the pullback. That pullback candle is very important. Don't just think, oh, I'm just going to dive in without the pullback. I've shown you so many times, and you know, even if I just show you on here, it happens everywhere. Look at this EG here, back to the 5-minute orange line, bang, back to the 5-minute orange line, bang, back to the 5-minute orange line, bang, they all need the pullback. Back to the yellow line here, bang. You know, so any move needs a pullback on any time frame. I mean, look up here, 15 minute, down, up, back to it, up, back to it, up. You know, so basically what I'm saying is that you need to look for that and not try and think, oh well, Jazz said, you know, leave it till as late as possible. It's not a matter of time, guys. It's a matter of that pullback candle, and then you're setting a sensible buy stop and sell stop, right? And I'll just you know, highlight again. You've had your pullback here. Look at this candle close there. This was the GCAD, by the way. You can see it was a massive mover, but you just you know, 15 to 20 pips with the GCAD. Buy stop at the close of that candle. Stop loss again. You know, you need to be a bit sensible. If this looks a bit, you know, wicky down here, then it might jerk down again. So just, if you have to, just give yourself a bit more room. Okay, but then look, when your trade was triggered, woomph. Okay, so that's all it is. I know one or two of you, as I say, were a bit confused about it. I won't say confused. I think I might have confused you with mentioning the time in the original video, but you know, basically all I'm trying to say on this video here is how to set and what to look for. Okay, so that's the video there again, guys. Okay, and again, this is the direction video. That's the one that will really help you, but that's the strategy there. As I say, this is just an add-on because one or two people seemed a bit confused, and I hope that clears it up for you. Okay, guys.